Welcome all to the podcast for today. Today's topic for this podcast will be about the technical writing and the tech writing industry, especially the tech writing industry in India. This may be of interest for people maybe who are already writers, who are already working as writers in the industry, or maybe students or people who aspire to become technical writers in the future, or maybe also in people in general who have not heard of this term before. What is technical writing and what is the technical writing industry all about? So today we'll get some insights of the tech writing field. So to join me in this journey, I have a special guest. He himself is also an experienced technical writer and a very good friend of mine, Sudeep. Welcome to this podcast. So, how are you doing today?
Thanks, Rohan. Thanks, Rohan, for having me in your podcast discussion.
Okay.
And I'm really doing good.
Okay.
And
So, yeah.
thanks again for inviting me for this.
Sure, sir. So, to give you guys a little bit of introduction about Sudeep, Sudeep is currently employed with Lionbridge Technologies, where he works as a documentation lead now, and he has quite a number of years of experience with technical writing. To also mention that Sudeep is also a very talented photographer. You can see some of his work on Instagram, Facebook. He's also submitted some photographs recently to National Geographic website. We might be sharing some links to his websites maybe later in this podcast. So, Sudeep, first and foremost, let me congratulate you on your completion of 5 years with Lionbridge, which is pretty much a big achievement, especially in today's industry. So, how are you feeling?
First of all, thanks, Rohan, for your good wishes. And yeah, it's been a really great journey so far, and it was not very easy. As you also mentioned, in
Yeah,
today's era, when people are keep hopping from company to another, to find a better prospect
right,
and good work as such, because we all know what this industry is and what
right,
kind of work we have to do
yes,
and what kind of challenges we have to face in our
correct,
day-to-day lives. So yeah, it is, and I know today when I look back, I certainly feel that okay, I have to travel a long
yeah,
path because I started working with language in 2011,
okay,
and that time I was little confused because I was not from a technical writing background as such. I
right.
was
First thing that I'd like to mention is, yeah, I'd like to thank Sudeep that he has graciously accepted my invitation to get interviewed and share some of his valuable experiences with us today. I'd also like to mention that Sudeep and I go like way back. We know each other, I guess, around like 3 years now, right, Sudeep?
I think no, not more than that
More
actually.
than that, more than that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually,
we met in 2012,
right, right.
April. I remember. I came
Yeah,
to Bangalore.
yeah. So yeah, we used to stay in the same building. So we were like, we used to talk like pretty much every day. So I know him very well. So yeah, let's continue with your journey. But before we talk about your journey of these 5 years, why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners? Tell us a little bit about your background, your hometown, where are you from, where did you study, what you studied, and how did you get into this industry? So, little bit about yourself.
Uh, sure,
Yeah.
Rohan. So I belong to a city called Jabalpur,
Yeah.
which is in the heart of the state called Madhya Pradesh, which is heart of India
Right.
actually.
Yeah.
So I was born and brought up in Jabalpur, and I completed my masters also from the same city, and completed Master of Computer Applications.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all know, I know we
Mm-hmm.
all college freshers,
Right.
we are confused, when we are out. Okay, okay, we completed the degree. Now what?
Right.
So I was for a job opportunity, but
Hmm.
at that time it was 2009, and it was already recession was on peak.
Right. Yeah.
So I quite didn't get very decent offers and opportunities in the market.
Correct.
So I just stumbled upon uh, one advertisement one day in the newspaper,
Hmm.
in the local newspaper.
Okay.
There was an advertisement called "Need Webmasters for Websites,"
Okay.
and below the description was like, okay, any graduate, any postgraduate, and blah blah blah. You know.
All
So I
right.
thought, okay, I think if nothing is working, let me try out this. And then I just straight ahead, I just went to the office. I didn't even have a proper resume or CV with me. I had just
Right.
couple of things I had just scribbled in my resume, and then I
Okay.
took it to the HR.
Okay.
And then she looked at the resume. She said, "Oh, is this your resume?" I said, "Yeah, that's it." And she was like, "Oh, okay."
Hmm.
Then she had asked me few of the basic questions about computers and all that. Okay, what they wanted was a person who can work on computer, who knows computer very well. And
Right.
I was pretty much good with computers
Yeah.
because I had completed master in computer application.
Right.
So that was my very first job,
Hmm.
and from there the journey began actually. Way back in 2007.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, 2007, correct.
Uh,
Uh, and then I accepted that offer. They called me next day, and then that is how I got into this IT industry.
industry. Right.
Yeah, so that was a very first break for me.
Okay.
And yeah, after that
So I believe you've
I
also
continued.
moved from like one city to another. Also, you've changed your
Yeah,
profile as well through
yes.
these many years. So why don't you give a little bit of that part?
Uh, yes, sure, definitely. So as I mentioned that I was working as a webmaster for the website, and
Right.
it was more about promoting the website and doing the search engine optimization for websites, and take care of all the SEO related activities.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow I felt that no, I don't think this is something I need to do, in future. I
Okay.
thought that there is a big world outside,
Right.
and I wanted to get out of that comfort zone of my own
Okay.
and
Okay.
try out different things, and that
Right.
is how I moved to Pune.
Okay.
It was in 2009,
Okay.
when the recession was
Right.
again
Recession hit the industry. Yeah.
yeah, hit the industry. And uh, yeah, so I was trying there. I tried couple of jobs. I found immediately actually. Fortunately, I got very good offer within 1 week when I reached Pune, and I was like,
Okay.
wow,
That's
okay.
nice.
But again, it was based on my previous experience,
Right.
and then I said, okay, actually, this is I really don't want to do, and again, I'm getting into the same field. So
Right.
no, I rejected,
Mm-hmm.
and then I completed my certification in C Sharp and ASP.NET. So because I needed some coding background also to
Right.
enhance my skills.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how I completed that certifications
Mm-hmm.
in both the languages.
Okay.
And uh, after that, again, I was searching, but I didn't get the proper opportunity, which would have helped me to grow as a developer in the industry. So
Okay.
it didn't go well.
Okay.
And again, I got another offer. I was searching for a job, and again, I got an offer in search engine optimization. So
Right.
I took it again.
Okay.
I said, okay, that this is what my fate is. So I
Yeah.
accepted,
Mm-hmm.
and I joined one company there. It was a pretty much startup over there,
Okay.
but the client was very challenging. So here the work, although the field was same, but the challenges were different, which I had never faced before.
Okay.
So yeah, it was good experience again for me. I
Lot of
got good
learnings.
exposure,
Yeah.
lot of learnings also,
Mm-hmm.
and an experience to handle tough clients.
Correct.
That was one big
Okay.
challenge over there.
Yeah.
The client was very, he was very demanding kind of
Okay.
person. So yeah, so I continued working there for another year or so in that company,
Okay.
and that is how I got one more opportunity from a company who are doing really well in the e-learning industry as such,
Mm-hmm.
a Pune-based company again.
Yeah.
So that was in e-learning. So I thought, okay, this is something different than what I'm doing,
Right.
and I was so eager, that to get out
To
of that
shift out of
field.
the. Yeah.
So shift, yeah. So I happily accepted. I had no clue where I'm getting into actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
where I'll land, But
All right.
I said, okay, it sounds something different than what I'm doing already. So I
Mm-hmm.
accepted that offer, and then this is how I was
Transitioned into
actually
e-learning business.
into e-learning and writing as such, because
Okay.
here
Yes. Yeah.
what I was about to do was
Mm-hmm.
only writing, not anything else.
So before you
So
got
this is
into
how.
this e-learning field, have did you have any previous writing experience? Did you write anywhere before, like articles or any kind of freelancing you did,
Uh,
so that you knew that writing was something which interested you and you might want to pursue writing going ahead? So did you have any kind of previous experience with writing?
Certainly I had, because in my first job was about search engine
Right.
optimization, and writing was pretty much integral part of
Okay.
that profile, because here what we were not only doing the promotion, but we had to write promotion articles, lot of blog posts
Okay.
for our websites to promote them. So
Right.
of course, I was doing all that. I was writing articles for to promote a product-based website.
Right.
But the language, the genre, and everything was way different than what I'm doing today. Actually,
Okay. Okay.
there it was all about glorifying things and
Right. It's
telling the customer,
mostly
okay, hey, we are
marketing.
the writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Right.
more like a marketing
Oriented
journals,
towards
press
marketing
release.
and yeah, selling
It was,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
selling
Okay.
so though I was not completely into writing because I was handling other activities, so I was
Right.
always I
In
had that
touch with
inclination towards
writing.
writing.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought, okay, what if I become a full-time writer? It will be more
Okay.
good than doing all these other
Right.
activities. So
Right.
that is from there actually I
Your interest
started
grew
gaining interest.
into writing.
Correct, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So if you ask me, yes, I
Yes.
was doing a little bit of writing, definitely from my very first job.
Right. So, would you also explain us like how exactly you went in from e-learning to technical writing, which you're doing right now?
Hmm. Yes, Rohan. Actually, when I was doing e-learning, technical writing was somewhere, I was hearing, okay, something is there. There is another field, there is another area, which I need to
Yes.
explore.
Right.
And but as such, e-learning itself is very vast
Correct.
domain.
Right.
Now, so fortunately, when I was doing e-learning, I got a hint, that there is another area of which is untouched yet
Yeah.
by me.
Mm-hmm.
So although again I didn't have any idea what exactly technical writing is all about,
Right.
but fortunately, when I moved out of that company due to certain reasons, and I got
Right.
another offer with Language
Okay.
Technologies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there, after joining that company, I was working on a couple of projects
Okay.
based on e-learning, and then this opportunity came up. HP. HP is their biggest client,
Right.
and they are into product documentation.
Okay.
So there was a big division in that company, the dedicated division. There were writers, couple of writers who were working on different products,
Mm-hmm.
and that is how it was
Shifted
my first
into
break.
tech writing.
Yeah, shifted into tech writing, and then one day I got to know that okay, they're sending me to the client side where I'll
Okay.
be doing a lot of technical writing stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like, okay, this is what I wanted to explore, and
Right.
without doing any, putting any efforts, I'm already
Hmm.
getting into that field.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you were
it was a
happy.
very
Yeah.
yeah, it was a very swift kind of move
Right.
from e-learning to tech writing,
Tech
and
writing.
literally there's a very fine line of difference between both,
Right.
because both are instructional based writings,
Correct.
but the
Yes.
kind of
E-learning is more towards creative side, I believe, and tech writing
creative
is
side.
more
I won't
logical.
say tech writing. No, I won't say Rohan, because
Right.
after working in both the sides,
Hmm.
creativity is there, intact in both the fields, be it
Right.
e-learning or tech
Yes.
writing, but it changes its form.
Correct.
It
Yeah.
changes its form, and that you will see when you have worked in both the
Right.
fields.
Right.
So
Okay.
so I can say that, yeah, of course, creativity is there. It's right there.
Right.
You cannot, if you take out creativity, then you cannot write. So when
True.
you're writing, it itself is,
Yeah. You
something
have some
creative is happening.
creativity behind it. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So that
Okay.
has to be there. But
Okay.
of course, it changes with the form.
Right. So, with joining the tech writing industry, you also decided to move to Bangalore from Mumbai, Mumbai Lion Bridge location. So that was a big move for you. You're still living in Bangalore. So that is how your tech writing journey began. Tell us about what do you think? What is your take on tech writing and what does it entail? For the users who are not very familiar with the tech writing industry or people who aspire to become a tech writer, according to what is your view on tech writing and what would you like to tell them about tech writing industry? What is your understanding?
Uh, Tech writing, again, it has gone through a lot of,
True, true,
transformation,
true. A lot of
enhancement,
changes, yes.
and yeah, it is again, it
Yes,
has
it
also
has
traveled a
actually,
very
yeah, I believe it has been
long distance.
changing and transforming in parallel with the
Yeah,
software industry because we know that
yes,
tech writers always work very closely with the development teams and the software industry. We follow a parallel cycle with the SDLC, the software development life cycle. So yes, I agree that with Sudeep that there has been a lot of transition, transformation, changes happening in the tech writing industry as well. So, Sudeep,
yeah. So tech writing, according to me, is really, really very important. Uh, Not because we are tech writers, I'm saying this,
yes, yeah,
but
right.
because I can see from the user's perspective also, because when we buy a product,
Yeah.
imagine if you get one product, nicely packed in a box,
Mm-hmm.
and you unbox it and you don't know how to start it, how to
True.
start a button,
True.
how to change the settings, how to
Yes.
configure it, how to remove the battery, and
Right.
there are a lot of things, and you might end up doing or screwing up with that product, and you
Right.
will,
Right. You might
even the company will
break
not
it.
take it back because
Yes.
you've
Right.
broken it or whatever.
Right.
So due
I
to
think
certain
often
reasons.
people tend to ignore the importance of instructions or the instructional manual which we receive with our electronic gadgets. A lot of times people don't, I feel, kind of underestimate the importance of that because they feel they can just straight ahead go and start using the product because there are often times we use, especially with the consumerables that we use today, they are supposed to be kind of intuitive, but we often tend to underestimate the importance of documentation which comes with it. What do you think, Sudeep?
uh, Yes, I think it is happening due to lack of awareness, and
Right.
awareness among the customers, among the
Right.
users. But according to me, tech writing is very important because you have seen that product journey, and you know what this product does, how
Hmm.
it can help to a customer. Whereas customer doesn't know. Customer only know, okay, this is a product. I want to use this product for doing certain things.
Right.
But how he can do those certain things
Right.
using that product with efficiency, with
Correct.
correctness,
Yeah,
and
optimal
with
usage of that
saving,
product.
without harming that product, without
Right.
reaching any harm to that product. You know, because
How?
a
Yeah.
lot of products are very expensive,
Correct.
costly. It requires a lot of other setups also.
Yes. Yes.
So you should be very careful. So yeah, all those things We have to tell the customer. So, of
Yeah.
course, our role, being a tech writer, is very important.
Right. Ahead, I'd also like to touch upon a point that what Sudeep just made, that you need to know how to optimally use the product without actually harming the product in any way. This becomes even more important when we work on an enterprise level products, something which might impact the entire organization. Sudeep and I, we both have worked on enterprise level products, so we know what impact documentation has for such kind of products.
Yes, Rohan, especially when we are working for enterprise products, especially servers.
These are
Yeah.
mission critical applications, and people can't afford to make any mistakes in case of these kind of products, because lot of things are at stake when you are using these high level enterprise servers. So we have to make sure that everything that we do with the product is followed correctly as per the instruction. This is where the role of a technical writer comes very much into play, right, Sudeep?
Yes, yes, certainly. And those servers are based in all these big data centers. So
Right.
a lot of other things are
Impacted.
associated with that,
Right.
and that get impacted also.
True, true.
So
Okay,
definitely, it is
so
very important.
let's move on. So, Sudeep, would you also like to talk a little bit, since we are short on time? Can you also talk a little bit about the tech writing industry in India? So, what is your take on that? What do you think about the industry in India? How is it growing?
I think industry, especially tech writing industry in India, it's in very intermediate level right now. Of course,
Okay.
we are past the basic the level. Now we
Yes.
are into intermediate level because still we still are very much dependent on West, because in Western countries there's a lot of things we keep hearing of
Yes.
innovations are happening, a lot of research is being done.
Right.
We still have to reach to that level, and we are
Yeah.
also very much dependent on Western countries,
Okay.
because all
Right.
the innovation, because they have all the resources, they have
Right.
all the fund to do all that.
So what you're saying, we're
And
basically following the
the
trends,
best
whatever happening
resources
in
which we
the
have.
Western countries.
Yeah, we are
So,
following. We are definitely
right.
following the trend,
Yes, we are not
but
creating
we
trend
yet
of
to
our
reach to
own.
the
Right.
that level. Yeah, we are not created. So yeah,
Okay.
growing.
So
Of course, it's growing
yes.
and it's very positive. It's going
Okay.
in a right direction, I guess.
Right. Right. So again, going back to your journey with technical writing, can you, in short, in brief, can you let us know what are the challenges that you faced in during your technical writing journey?
As a writer, I would say very first challenge will be to understand the content and convey it again back to the developer. Okay, this is or the development team, or whoever is your
Right.
the person who has given you the input, to tell that, okay, this is what I have understood,
Mm-hmm.
without changing the context. First first step will be to understand everything, and then, because unless until you don't understand, how will you convey it to the customer? Because
Exactly. Yes.
because you are the bridge between the customer and the product
Right.
development team.
Right.
So for you, it is very important to understand what you are going to tell to the
Right.
customer. So first
S-
challenge is this. This
Yes.
is the very first challenge.
Okay.
Getting the right information, because once you understand, then you will have a lot of questions.
Hmm.
Okay, I know this, but now how will I tell to the customer, and how he'll get benefited using this information? That
Right.
is your second challenge, because you need certain other things also from the team, development team, to enhance that information,
Right.
which will help,
Yes. Yes.
which will add more value to that information. So of course, these are the two big challenges.
Hmm.
Then other thing is, to get everything in time, because you have to follow
Yeah,
a
you
lot
have a
of
serious time crunch
schedule,
when yeah, when the
time
release
crunch.
is on your head. We all face that kind of time crunch, and sometimes also it
Yeah,
happens that the development team may not be very cooperative. The developers may not be happily giving you whatever inputs that you require, or answering the questions that you have or doubts in your mind. They may not be very active in that side. So how do you cope up with such kind of situations, Sudeep?
Mm, yeah, that's a very good question. I think it is all based on person to person how how we will tackle such situation. Because
Right.
after spending so many years in the industry, now I know, okay, if in certain situation how should I tackle
Right.
the problems. Once you are sitting with the development team, how your interaction with the team also plays a big role.
Right.
So first thing is, to you have to be very uh, attentive. You
Exactly.
have to be
Yes.
very attentive.
Yes. I do agree
So
with that.
because a lot of information will flow
Exactly.
towards your
True. True.
so catch the right information, segregate it according to your understanding,
Right.
and then go back to the team and ask the right question because they
Correct.
won't have time to give answer to all your
True.
questions.
True.
So
So
make
that is
sure you
another
have
tip. I
right
think
questions.
we should be asking the right questions.
Right questions, correct.
Yes.
You have to ask the right question.
Correct.
So yeah, you have to be very attentive and uh, show that okay, you are there to help them. You
Right.
have to show to the
Your
team. You have to
proactiveness
show
should be
them that
visible to
you
the
you are
development
going
team
to help them. Yeah. So that is another important
aspect.
factor.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So these were the challenges that you just mentioned. What advice would you like to give to the aspiring tech writers? Also, I would like to know, first question you might want to answer is, what does it take to become a good tech writer?
Uh, yeah, this is something. Uh, this could be very much important for those who are aspiring to be a tech
Right.
writer. So first of all, my advice is, don't get into this field just because you don't have any job in hand
Okay.
and
You
just
just
want
need
to
an
try
easy way
something.
out. That's why don't get into tech writing just because it's an easy way out.
Certainly,
Easy
it's
way.
not a very easy way. I won't
Yeah,
say
but
because
lot
I've
of
seen people
development,
struggling.
a lot of people who want to get into development or coding, it happens because I've observed a lot of engineers who want to get into development or coding, but they happen to sometime get disappointed because of the job situation or maybe some other reasons they discontinue the job as a developer or as a coder, and they maybe due to the stress or the workload, so probably they find tech writing as an easy way out. May not be true for everyone, but that is something I observed. What do you think, Sadeep?
I think that comes in a later state
Hmm.
of the developer. So
Yeah.
although there are certain things which they still need to acquire, certain or possess certain skills.
Correct.
There are certain people I know. They are
Right.
they are freshers and they don't know anything about the industry. And they think that okay, if I become tech writer, oh, my life will be very easy.
Okay.
So don't have such false hopes
Right.
because it's not going to help you anyway.
Right.
Another thing is you really have any interest in the language.
Yes.
If
So you
forget
should
about
love the
English, I don't think
language.
so.
Yes.
Yeah, of course,
Have
you
love
should
for languages.
have some interest in language, not necessarily English. Of
Right.
course, English because we are writing in English, but
Exactly. But
some
any
kind of
language.
interest towards
Yes.
that. Any language, you
Right.
love language because
Exactly.
the person who loves language can only write and talk.
True. True.
Because
True.
in tech writing, all you have to do is talk and write.
Correct.
So if you have interest or if you have energy or if you have certain inclination towards these
Towards
two skills,
right. Right.
talking and writing,
Yes.
then you are welcome. Then you can do a very good job.
Okay. Right.
So
So yes, communication skills also play an important role because I believe you have to deal with different kinds of people in the teams. Some may be very happily they might give information which you really require. Some people may be hesitant or may not really provide you the right information. So you have to probably deal with a lot of different kinds of people. So of course, communication skills becomes an important part. Uh, Important skill, I would say, to become a tech writer. So yes, moving on to the next question I have. So Sudeep, since you've completed your 5 years with Lionbridge, congratulations again. So in today's IT industry, where people switch jobs every now and then, so what is your view on this particular kind of trend? What are your thoughts about it?
I would like to ask questions to all of them, since you are asking this question to me and it's
Yeah.
an open forum.
Right.
I would like to ask that question to each and everyone who are hopping from one company to another
Right.
every single year. Are they
Yes.
really happy? Have they
Okay.
got what they wanted? You know,
Okay.
I think that if they ask this question to themselves, the answer will
Hmm.
be no somewhere. Certain
Okay.
people will say, yeah, definitely, we got more than what we were expecting. But
Right.
after a certain time, they will say, oh, sorry, I think we are going roundabout,
Yeah.
going again and again the same
Path.
direction.
Yes.
So it again, I would say that is not very promising thing. I mean,
Okay.
what do you think? I could have also jumped from one company to
Right.
another, every year,
Hmm.
but I chose to stick around with one company. And you know what I have achieved today is enormous, you know, kind of experience
Right.
working on the same domain for a long time, which is not everyone
Right.
is doing these days.
True.
So I would say unless until you do that, you will not know what you are gaining.
Correct.
And again, for me also, there is something. Unless until I don't get out, I won't know what I'm
Hmm.
going to gain
Missing.
in
Yeah.
future.
True.
So, or missing rather.
Yeah.
So, no, but I
It both
think
has pros and cons. Yeah.
pros and cons definitely has pros
Yeah.
and cons. But yeah, just look what you are going to gain and
Right.
kind of evaluate. Okay,
Hmm.
are you going to be really happy?
Hmm.
After that evaluation, then I
Right.
think it take a call because it depends from person to person, and
Correct.
there
Right.
are a lot of circumstances,
True. True.
which play a big role.
Yes. So.
But I think
Yeah.
once in your lifetime, in your career, I think
Yes.
it's a good idea to stick with one company at least for 5 years and
Okay.
try to see. You see, 5 years, you may say it's a long, long, long time, but definitely it's a long time. But unless until you don't spend, how will you know what you have
Exactly.
lost
True.
and what you have gained?
True.
So
So,
yeah, that is my take.
basically, your advice is try to stabilize if possible, depending on your circumstances. Um, Evaluate your personal situation and make the right decision. So,
Yeah.
moving on, there's also one. It's kind of a very burning question in our industry. Is a tech writer's pay scale on par with the developers? And what do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
Uh, I think this very question itself is wrong,
Okay.
according to me. Why you
Hmm.
want to get to get compared with development? I mean, it's same like a prime minister will ask, okay, why my salary is not as equivalent to president, or president will ask why my salary is not as equivalent to the governor of RBI.
So you believe that
Maybe.
a developer's role is in a way more critical compared to a tech writer? Do you think that is the
Uh,
truth?
I think this comparison itself is very wrong because we all have, see, when you say a developer, when you say a QA, when you say a writer,
Hmm.
they are all part of the same team, but
Okay.
doing different tasks,
Right.
performing different tasks.
Correct.
Each task has its own
Its own
critical
importance.
levels,
Yes. Right.
its own important. So when you combine everything together, you
It
become a
creates
team.
one
So
product.
I think
Yes.
yeah. So I think your focus should be on the team and not to the QA or development or tech writer. Another
Right.
thing is, uh, the thing is, yeah, I would say they play a little critical role. Of course, they are playing a little critical role because they are developing the product.
Hmm.
The product, once it is developed, it comes to you uh, to understand that and then give the message to the customer, hey, this is the way you have to use the product. So unless until product is developed, tech writer cannot get into the picture because we are into the picture because of development. If development stops, you cannot do anything. What you'll write about.
Okay. So you
So
believe that.
each profile has its own importance. Of
Okay.
course, if we cannot say that tech writer has a lower level of importance
Hmm.
than the developer. But
Okay.
then again, as per the industry, the number of hours they put in,
Okay.
to do certain
So
things,
what you're basically
I,
saying is there is more hard work involved in development because they have to slog more, put in more or stay back
Don't
more?
I don't think we should use this word slog, because
Okay.
slogging something is done forcibly, right? I guess,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
if I
yeah.
understand,
Yes.
because they are not doing anything forcibly, because that's the need of their profession to spend more hours, and
So, tech
that's what
writing
they're
as
doing.
such does not involve a lot of these things, you believe, and that is why probably people have an impression that's an easier way out as a profession.
That is certainly not easy. No, I don't think it is easy way.
Right,
But
right.
the kind of the challenges you face in development and the kind of challenges you face in
Are
writing
different.
are are different. So when coming back to the point where
Hmm.
you are asking about the pay scale,
Right.
I think they are getting paid pretty well, and especially cities like Bangalore. I
Hmm.
don't think tech writers are anywhere lagging behind developers.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
not they cannot reach to the same level. Of course not, because again the industry, see, the industry itself is like this. We have categorized different profiles. We have
Hmm.
categorized the salary structure based on those profiles. So I don't think I am the right person to even say,
Comment on
or I
that.
cannot pass
Yes.
any judgment. Yeah, I
Right.
cannot pass any judgment. Okay, hey, developers are getting paid. Why the directors are not
Hmm.
getting paid with the same salary? Because
Okay.
if you get paid with the same salary, are you going to put the same efforts as developers? I don't think so, because we don't have that kind of skill set with us.
Okay.
So based on our skill set, I think we are getting paid, or tech writers are getting paid pretty well. I
Okay.
don't think it's
So,
decent, I would say. If not less,
yes.
definitely
Right.
decent. They are getting
Okay.
paid decently.
So you believe that there is no point in comparing these two profiles
Of
and their
course not.
salary scale.
No, I
They are
don't think
completely
so. There should be no
differently.
comparison.
Yes,
Of course.
they are a complete
So as
different
I said, your
category of
focus
work
should be
and
on the team. I think
right.
that's what I said. No, you don't
Okay.
categorize. Your focus should be on a team.
Okay. So, right. So, with this question, we come to an end of the first section of our interview, which was the serious part of our interview. Now we'll get into something which is more fun, which is more on a lighter note. This will be like a rapid fire question round, which you might have seen in a lot of TV shows. So you just have to answer quickly, Sudeep. Did you get that?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
in.
Okay. So try to answer as quick as possible. So we'll start out with
Sure.
some quick
Well,
rapid
that's
fire
based on your
questions.
questions.
Yeah. Okay. So first question is, how long have you been in Bangalore?
4 years.
What's your favorite season in Bangalore?
All seasons are favorite. Bangalore, it's beautiful
All right.
season.
What's your favorite activity do in Bangalore?
Uh,
You're
my
supposed
favorite
to answer
activity is
quickly.
uh, yeah, photography.
Photography. All right. What are the three words to describe your living in Bangalore? Like anybody for anybody. Give me three words to describe living in Bangalore.
Eat,
Okay.
drink, and have fun.
Okay. So,
That's
what's
all
your
I say.
favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
I think he's
I
confused.
just saw. Yeah, it's Urta Punjab. Recently, I watched it. So
Okay,
sorry, I
so that's your
couldn't get a
favorite
better
movie
name
right
than this.
now. Okay.
So far, because
Okay. Your favorite TV show?
uh, Two Broke Girls.
Okay. And what's the book you're planning to read?
I'm going to read a book called You Are Hired, written by Nasha Fitter.
Okay. Okay, a book which you read in your school time that has positively influenced you. Anything of that sort.
Yeah, I read that Long Silence book
Okay.
written by Shashi Deshpande. I think I've told you earlier.
Yes, yes.
She's a great writer from Bangalore again. So
Okay.
yeah, that book had a really long impact on my life.
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about your life right now? That's a funny question.
I think five. I think
Okay,
five because
you're right in the
I've
middle.
traveled half.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, five.
Okay. Okay. iPhone or Android?
I just need a device to talk. Okay,
Okay,
so
you don't care
Android
bother
is,
about the operating system.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Twitter or Instagram?
certainly Instagram.
Vine or Snapchat? I don't know if you use that. Have you used Vine or
Neither of both.
Snapchat? Neither of them. Okay.
Neither of both.
Who do you think everyone should follow on Instagram? Is there a specific person you think everyone should be following that person on Instagram?
Following. Carl Kola, there is one guy from
Okay.
Bombay.
Okay.
His name is Carl.
Okay.
That was he's not only a good photographer, but his perspective is good, and he mostly takes pictures from Bombay, Mumbai,
Okay. Okay.
and he spotted all the city life in through his pictures. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a good
Right.
person to follow. I follow him actually personally.
Okay. 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 Next question. What is the coolest thing in your room?
My money plant,
Your money plant. Okay. What's your favorite downtown restaurant?
red spoke.
Okay. That's in Indranagar. For people who don't know,
Yeah,
it's in Indranagar, Bangalore. What's your favorite food?
pasta. That's a
Okay.
big and all-time favorite.
Okay. What is
It
the
is
topping that you love on your pizza?
olives and basil.
Which is your favorite fashion brand?
It's United Colors of Benetton.
Okay, so yeah, this is all I had, all the questions that I had for Sudeep. So I think I'll wrap up the podcast here. So I guess we had a great session with Sudeep, and hope Sudeep you also enjoyed talking to us and
Yeah,
sharing your
yeah, I
valuable
really
experience
enjoyed.
with us. Yes.
Yes, and thanks for again having me in your show, Rohan.
Right, right. So again, we'd like to congratulate you on completing your 5 years. So see you guys later, maybe some other podcast. Okay, then it's bye for now. Thank you.